Hey Taurus, welcome to your reading. Guidance from Source for you right now. We are currently in a very interesting time. Okay, I think this is like really the quote which is suitable for the whole year 2020 and 2019, to be honest. But guys, the best is yet to come. And that's not sarcastic. By all means, seriously, I'm very serious about what I'm saying. This whole year is awesome. There were a lot of shakeups, yeah, of course, but to be honest, for me, it's like awesome. Growth 2.0, seriously. So I would say let's start off with the archetype cards. We're going to have a look at what is your current energy, and yeah, then we're drawing some guidance cards for you. So the first archetype for you is the exorcist. That's funny. And we have the poet. Wow. Okay, let's draw some tarot cards for this and clarify them, and then we're going to talk about it. Let's see. So the overall energy for you, Taurus, is the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. The Exorcist is the Strength card. Wow, wow, wow. And the Poet, the World card. Okay, I do absolutely need a clarifier for the World card. The Five of Cups. Okay. Is this a story? Okay, so yes, okay. Just give me a moment. I would like to see the story. So we have the World, we have the Five of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups, and Eight of Swords. Okay. Is this the advice card? Yeah. Oh, haha, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Funny. Okay, so so I read here the shadow attribute. Yes. Okay, balance, of course. So I would say let's start off with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. I do feel right now I don't know, is it that can I get a clarifier on this one? Is the Emperor. Okay, I do feel that you've been gathering a lot of strength. Makes absolute sense because we have the Strength card. So just give me a moment. Okay, let's start off. Knight of Cups clarified by the Emperor. I do feel that you've been working a lot on your confidence with the Emperor. I do feel that you, which by the way is very good in the combination with the Exorcist clarified by the Strength, because this is about freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. I do feel that you've been gathering a lot of confidence in regards to speaking your truth, which makes sense because we have the Nine of Swords clarified by the Hierophant. I do feel this is like very much about communication. It is very much about liberating yourself. And I hear from self-destructive behavior. You have been worrying, or you're still a little bit in there. You know, we have the Nine of Swords. It could be the Ten of Swords, but right now I do feel that you are currently trying to close out a cycle, some sort of cycle which has been bothering you like a lot in the past. And this is like different very much for each and every one of you. But what I see with the Strength and the Emperor, which is like awesome, have these two cards in a combination, seriously, in one spread. I do feel that you are currently working your way out of that. And I mean effectively, because we have the Knight of Cups. The Cups is not a very slow moving suit, and the second, the Knights are messengers. And ooh, I'm getting. Can just give me a moment? Is this in regards to love? The Sun. So, is this for everyone about love? No. So, for some of you, this is about you wanting to communicate your emotions towards someone who you are in a love relationship with. And I do really feel that you are just wanting to be happy with this person. I do feel that what you would really like to have is happiness. You just want to have a healthy relationship. This is what I feel. So let's move over to the to the Exorcist. Okay, this, since we have the Strength card, it's the light attribute, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So it is really interesting having this Exorcist card with the Emperor, because when the Emperor is in a low vibrational place, he's trying to control, and he's very attached. Okay, but the biggest focus here is on control. So what I feel is, with the Nine of Swords, you're currently really working your way out of trying to control the situation into kind of leaning back and trust that everything that you can do, we have the Hierophant, okay, is walking your talk. So this is very interesting, actually, because I've been talking today with a friend about something like that, who is a Taurus. And he asked me, how do you deal with people that are not spiritual? And seriously, I absolutely get the question. But I think this is really what the cards are saying here. You have to detach from this. Because I would like to go over to the poet. So let me read for you the light and the shadow attribute of the poet, okay? So the shadow attribute is turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. And the light attribute is expresses soul insights in symbolic languages. So let me tell you something about this. When we are, just give me a moment, is this like a starseed pile? Okay, some of you are some of you would consider themselves as starseeds and some not, but nonetheless, let me take it to a broader perspective, okay? Imagine you are with people that are not having the same mindset as you have, and it is kind of bothering you, and you feel that you are on the right side. The point here is, Taurus, I do absolutely get if you are feeling challenged in a relationship. Doesn't matter whether it is like with one person or a group of people. But the point here is, the reason why you are feeling challenged, or you feel that you are facing challenges with them, is because you are meant to be taught something. Okay? So, and let me get into the cards of the poet. Just give me a moment. Why do I talk about this in regards to the poet? Simple. Because the shadow attribute is turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. Talks about when you are having a low vibrational intention, or a lack intention, or an intention that is based on lack mentality, like you want to change your external environment in order to feel better, And I'm seriously not bashing you for this. I mean, we are working on it, all of us, each and every one. Do you? I mean, seriously, I do have those situations too. I do have this. That's why I'm asking to that's why I'm talking about meditation, because when you're grounded, you're not very much like, you know, slipping into this pattern, and it's a pattern. Okay, so we need to practice the other pattern, the light attribute pattern, in order to diminish the low vibrational pattern. Okay, so that when you're grounded and you're feeling internally abundant, you are practicing the light attribute, which expresses soul insights in symbolic language. So this really means like being detached, being in the flow, and channeling. This is what it means in the end. And for those of you that don't consider themselves as being light workers, seriously cool, all is cool. This is pretty much talking about not having expectations and feeling internally abundant in order to not have expectations, and feeling detached, feeling liberated. Okay, so let me get into the tarot cards. So we have the first here, the Eight of Swords. I don't feel this is like, this is a message really from Spirit. I don't feel that you are, this is a cycle, this is some sort of karmic cycle that you are asked to close out. And I'm not talking about the relationship, I'm talking about your perspective. So closing out a cycle by Five of Cups. I don't know if I've been mentioning the Five of Cups or the Four of Cups. I don't know. So this simply talks about you might right now being very much focused on these three cups that have been pouring out, you know. This is like the classic card, like when you're saying crying over spilled milk, without being dramatic. But the point is, you are putting very much focus in these cups without recognizing, or where your attention goes, your energy flows. Okay, simply put. So when you're focusing your attention to these three cups that are these things that didn't work well, you're less likely to see the light attribute of why these things happened. Okay, and this is also talking about, maybe if we're talking about family, and now I'm being reminded of the Namaste, because there are, I heard there are different meanings in regards to Namaste. And in regards to family members, the Namaste word really fits perfectly. The beauty in my soul sees the beauty in your soul. And yeah, it can talk about you bow to someone. Is this the right English term? I don't know. But first of all, it's really talking about that the beauty of my soul sees the beauty in your soul. Okay, and this is actually what Spirit wants you to do, wants you to practice. And you know, the thing is, like, very often and really walking away from this old belief systems, from these old feelings that don't serve you anymore. If you feel that your relationship is falling apart or crumbling or something like this, so it may be something that was meant to not last that long or longer. But seriously, Taurus, this is first and foremost about you, not about others. You cannot change others. You cannot change how people act or react. Everything that you can change, seriously, Taurus, is how you deal with those situations. And this is totally up to you. So but to be honest, you know, I do have the strength, I have the Sun, I have the Emperor, I do have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. So you can bet your ass that this is a very important lesson that you are currently learning. Grounding yourself to the point that nothing has an effect on you, that almost nothing has an effect on you, okay? That you're just watching the 3D world around you and just being aware of it, but not getting into it. You understand what I mean? So let's draw some straight out, advice cards in order to close out the reading. But I think this is like very much the point, like really grounding yourself, expressing your feelings nonetheless, absolutely. Speaking your truth and walking your talk, Taurus, really walking your talk, not just talking about it, or trying to teach others about it. It is very much about leading by example. And this is how we teach people. We don't teach them by talking, especially when they don't come for you and ask you for advice. If someone is not asking you for an advice, don't give it. Because we need to really honor their free will. Absolutely. So the first one is dream the world into being. Yeah. And dream the world into being is like very much linked to the act as if card. It's both, in both ways. It is some sort of manifestation technique. I don't really feel it's very much about being in stillness, meditating, and visualizing. The next card is stay balanced in your essence. As I said, staying balanced. There was one card, I have been clarifying it with the temperance card, which is also about balance. Yeah, because I feel that you are already, all of these things that I'm telling you, I think you, if deep within yourself, you already know this. And I do really feel that you have already been thinking about these things, and that you kind of feeling that there is still something that you would like to dig a little bit more deeper within you. And seriously, Taurus, gratitude is something that is awesome. We have the card of mistakes. This is, oh gosh, I just love this card, seriously. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. Again, diving deep. Inner child work. Absolutely. Letting your inner child know that it's okay to make so-called mistakes. The fun fact is that you're not making mistakes. Everything is meant to be like that. It is right. When you're making mistake, it's not a mistake. It's the right choice for the path that you want to move on to. Absolutely, because this mistake is going to lead you to learn something that you might not have learned if you would not have made this mistake. I just want to point out that it's hilarious talking about mistakes. Okay, so since I've been shuffling the wrong deck, and I'm going to do it once again, again, Taurus, grounding yourself, going out in nature, taking a leap of faith, and wow, I mean, yeah, and wow, Taurus, this is so beautiful. We have the Empress, and we have the Emperor on the other side over there. This is really talking about internal alignment. And the Fool, I don't really feel that the Fool is talking about surrendering. Can I get a clarifier on the Fool? The Strength. So you have the Strength twice, Taurus. This is not a usual reading. I don't feel that the previous readings aren't usual. I have never had so many major arcana in my readings. It's crazy. It's crazy. What is it that wants to manifest for Taurus? What wants to manifest for Taurus? Healing, absolutely. We have the Empress here, which is very much asking you to mother nurture yourself, taking a rest, and trusting your intuition when you are being guided towards action. Okay? We have good news. It's funny because this is now the second time this card pops out for you. And we have education. Yeah. Some of you are manifesting education. Or, you know, I don't know, maybe higher learning is what I hear, by the way. Some of you are manifesting some sort of higher learning. And again, I'm being guided to the quantum mechanics. So for some of you may be interested in quantum mechanics. This is like, go for you. I hear Reiki. Anything else? Music. Something with music for some of you. But nonetheless, good news. But I think, Taurus, let me tell you, you need to come into alignment. Okay? Because I don't feel that there was some sort of a bumpy road behind you. I mean, you're on the Nine of Swords. Some things had happened, absolutely, when you are right now at the Nine of Swords. So, Taurus, big advice now, really focus on healing yourself, focus on nurturing yourself, focus on grounding yourself, really taking your time to relax, take a nap, take a time out. Absolutely, this is something what you absolutely need. And with the Five of Cups, let me show you this. With the Five of Cups, it is very much asking you to start focusing on the benefits of these things didn't go as you planned. Have you ever been thinking of the benefits? What are you able to do now what you haven't been doing before? And another thing, I know this is a long reading, but another thing what also pops up into my head is that you're being asked to write down your accomplishments, because we want to do everything in order to gain clarity within you, stability. Also for you, Taurus, I mean, Taurus is actually known, you know, the affirmation for Taurus is I have. So I do feel that belongings might be a topic. I do feel in order to create some sort of internal stability, I really feel what you absolutely should be doing is writing down a list with all your achievements, all of them, and talking to your inner child. Absolutely. And with the Eight of Swords, you're going to absolutely liberate yourself from the self-imposed restrictions. And you're going to close out a big cycle, Taurus, really. And this is necessary, because if you're not closing out this cycle, if you're not learning this, it is going to, before you're less likely to move on to the next phase. And this is actually where you want to go. Okay, now focus on healing. What wants to manifest is good news. That sounds not much for some. But since we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major arcana, I don't really feel that this is a very intense good news. Okay, so Taurus, woo, strong reading, Taurus, big information. Please ground yourself. Really, I'm feeling a little bit scattered energy. I'm feeling a little bit, you know, shaky. Ground yourself. This is going to help you. Okay. Do bullet journaling or budgeting your money in order to feel more grounded, in order to feel more stable, knowing where you are, and then you're good to go, Taurus. Okay, beautiful reading. Thank you so much for being here, and yeah, see you in my next video. Namaste.